Welcome, everybody, to Sunday Night Fireside Chat with the boys. How is everybody doing?
Excellent.
Mesmerized by that countdown.
You like that cap?
I didn't say cap. I said countdown.
Oh, count? It's Southern Maryland talk, I guess. I didn't quite understand that.
I can never get that countdown
off.
Hey, I thought you were talking about the cap, and I wanted to start by saying, the Steelers, they won today, so I wanted to wear that. But reality is, it's Go Blue. Michigan won, so we can now go on. So, Brian of Bry the Biker, welcome very much, and welcome to everybody that's already in the side chat. Colin, we got folks coming in already.
We do. We have lots of people coming in. Whit, Donna. Let's see.
Hey.
Bry the Biker, you're putting in here. You're right in front of us, man. Craig. HD Trichoholic, James, Tom. We got a lot of people already joining the chat. We got about 45 people right now, so I appreciate everybody stopping by and joining in. Love the side chat and these things. They're awesome.
Awesome. We'll have to get to some point. I mean, this is about having Brian in tonight, but we're going to have some sort of story about what happened at Jack's office and how the heck we can get bobbleheads. That's all I got to say.
I know you're styling, dude.
I got a nice bobblehead up there. Mrs. HR bought that thing for me years ago. So
is that a bobblehead of you?
It is. Yep.
But it has hair.
Yep. What do you mean it has hair?
Brian, you never knew you were getting involved in this, did you, buddy? Welcome to Sunday.
I thought I was on an show with that desk.
That looks nothing like you.
It looks exactly like me.
I think it looks like you. I gotta admit.
Does it have
Shake your head a little bit?
Does it have a mustache?
Has a goatee.
It needs a container of Chinese food.
Hold on.
To be complete.
Oh my.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, it's my fault. I mentioned it. I still think it's cool. I think we should get one.
You actually take a picture of yourself and send to this company, and they make it.
Okay, I'll do that. I will do that. So, hey, want to get us kicked off with just some intros, and we're going to start with Brian. You're gonna have to explain the spelling of your name for everybody because somebody's going to ask.
Yeah, okay.
And your channel is Bry the Biker.
So my name is Brian. It's spelled a little differently. There's a bit of a backstory, but the long story short, I was a professional photojournalist for a long time, and my name being Brian was pretty plain, so we just changed it. But I am Brian, Bry the Biker on Instagram and YouTube, and I am from Edgewater Park, New Jersey, and I ride a 2014 Ultra Limited.
All right. Hey, welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Godfather.
Yes, Godfather. Yes, my son. Kiss the ring. Kiss the ring. Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Hi, I'm HarleyDayRider. My friends call me HDR. Good to see everybody out there. I drive. No, wait. Brian, why'd you say that? I ride a 2018 Road Glide Ultra without the heated grips. Good for me.
Gotta have the grips.
My name is Colin. I go by Broncoride on YouTube, and I ride a 2017 Street Glide Special. But the boys here have told me that I've converted it into an Ultra because all we have here are 3 Ultra boy. Right? All 3 of you guys have like Ultras.
Ultra.
So I guess I'm part of the Ultra family now. Technically, not quite, but I'm glad to be here. And Brian, glad you're joining us tonight. It's going to be fun.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
Have you taken the back off your bike yet to make it?
Dude, I haven't. I know people keep.
We told him, right, Jack?
We told him once you put it on, you never take it off.
I know.
We told you. So
you're right. I was wrong.
It's all right, man. It's all right. I'm BoDean 52. Go by the name of Bob. Brian, thank you tons for being here. Super excited. I'm gonna tell everybody here when we get to your question on why I invited you to this show. Number one, and number two, just real quick, I wanted to say that so many people have been commenting on a video I made about my wife that was in an accident or injured herself. Thank you. A lot of love from all of you. She's doing better. She's now walking around with a cane, smacking me in the shins with it. So she is progressing well. So thanks everybody for the comments. So
glad she's doing better, man. I mean, next time don't push her off. I mean, just
Yeah,
don't push her off the truck.
next time you push her off at Road King, be careful. Huh?
Next time she'll get the wood out of the truck faster.
You need to
right?
make a real video that tells the truth.
Yeah,
That was a very touching video. I liked it a lot.
It was cool, man.
Well, thanks. You know, it's one of those videos that I thought nobody would watch, but I really made that video for people that follow me, right? Not anything else. So, you know, a real quick, interesting story is that when she was on her way to the hospital in the ambulance, they asked her multiple times if I pushed her, right?
You did.
And then when we got to the hospital, there was a time she was coming back in from an x-ray and there were 3 cops sitting outside. And my son broke his leg when he was like 2 years old. So they questioned us and she said, there's some police out there. I'm like, I'm sure they're here for me. They weren't, but again, thank you. It means a lot to everybody, your comments, and she sends love to everybody. So, but we are here to talk about Brian. Brian, we're glad to have you. We are going to have the same format we always have. We'll have 6 questions, 3 for all of us, and 3 specifically for Brian. And then we'll do some rapid fire. And I actually have 11. You guys only got 10. So it's my way to incorporate Jack into my hosting because
Sneaky.
HDR does not know the questions. But all right, you guys ready to go?
Yep.
All right.
I'm still looking at his bobblehead.
Is that distracting?
It is.
Hey, Jack, if you really want to screw him, just take that picture and make it a little off center. Then we can all have fun.
You want me to?
All right.
You want me to send you a bobblehead of me?
I would like that.
I heard the next Steeler game, they're giving them out at the gate of me. Put the helmet. Yeah.
All righty. We ready, guys? We're going to start with Brian. So, have you ever posted a video that for some reason you think it's going to go into crapper? And that's not why we do this, but you're just like, I posted it. It's not going to do very well, but it actually was pretty well received. You have 1 or 2 of those, and why do you think that is?
I think that there's a lot being a creative and putting things out there. You know, my video with Bogan was one of those, and the gas video sort of backfired in the beginning. And then people at least got a sense of humor about that. So, I mean, honestly, they're probably the only 2 that I've put out that I was a little unsure of.
Okay. Why do you think they did okay? When you thought they were going to do crappy or bad, I should say.
Well, the gas video, I think once the problem is you sort of swat at the Harley tree. It was kind of making fun of all the things that, you know, the people that wear all the Harley gear like myself. But a lot of people didn't realize it was a joke. The Bogan thing, I wasn't really sure how it would be received. It was a little different message. But I'm very grateful that was received with the intent that it was.
That video, were you in a Wawa or a Sheetz, if I remember?
I was in a Wawa.
Not a boy.
Wawa's rule here. We don't have time for Sheetz.
Yeah.
You know, that's the second thing you've said in the last 10 minutes that question why I let you come on tonight.
That's
but
it's actually part of the motorcycle safety course in PA. You have to be able to drive through a Wawa on a bike.
I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was even funnier. Some of the people that did not know it was a joke. So
yeah. I wasn't expecting that. I thought with my wife laughing at the end, they would have realized it was a joke, but you know.
Great. It was great.
Great chances.
I like that for sure. Mr. HarleyDayRider, how about you?
I was thinking actually Pennsylvania's motors course, you actually have to be able to take a wee when you're on the bike. So not stopping at Wawa. But anyway, that was just my thoughts when you were saying that. Yeah, there's a lot of them that I don't think would be well received, and most of the times they're not. So I'm usually pretty on course. I was looking today. BoDean posted a video, I think 3 hours after mine. You're already doing like 140 more views than mine, people. So go over and view my video from today because it's not being well received at all. Thank you for your support. That's about it.
Nice. Colin?
I mean, whenever I do videos, I just put them out because, you know, I put them out. I mean, I don't have any expectation of if they'll do good or bad. It's basically we're in YouTube. We just want to share, you know, our videos with you guys. So, but there was one I did only, I think it was a couple months ago, and it was about a Harley lift, like a friggin' a motorcycle lift of all things, and it took off. I mean, took off as in I think it's got like 6,000 views on it, and all I did was just like, oh, let me pump up this lift, and this is what I did on it. and it kind of took off. So it surprised me that it got that much traction. Just for me, just sitting in front of a lift, and it took me 10 minutes to film. It's literally sitting in front of a camera. I'm like, you're just bumping it up, you're just bumping it down, and sure enough, it kind of took off. So I was really surprised that it took off. I don't know why it did. Obviously, it hit some YouTube algorithm that suggested it, and then a lot of people watched it. And I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody watching it, but I definitely didn't expect it.
Yeah. And Colin, that's a whole nother conversation. I know you and I chat about that sometimes. We'll have a video out that you can tell hits the algorithm. It may hit it overnight. Then all of a sudden you wake up and it has 400 more views, and you're like, what the heck happened? I really didn't think it was that good. And we've talked about all the reasons for that happening or not. But yeah, it's interesting to say that, because a lot of times I'll do editing. When I get done editing, I'll look at something and go, hey, do I like the editing, first of all? And then there has been 2 or 3 ones that I'm just like, I don't even know if I'm going to post this. And then it did well. So I think you guys are right. You be yourself, right?
I mean, exactly. I mean, like when you guys do your videos, I mean, honestly, if I watch it and I enjoy it, and then I'm going to post it. If I think it's lame, I probably won't put it out. But I just try to be real and just say, hey, I like this or I don't like it, and just be honest. And then all of a sudden it takes off. And that's cool.
Yeah, there's definitely a value in doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
If you do it for yourself and you're happy with it, numbers are just numbers.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know if you guys have seen it lately, but it seems like it's, and Colin, you and I have talked about it, and even and Jack as well. It seems like it's streaky. I don't know of late. It's just been, videos seem to do really well, and then there's a time period where they don't do as well. And, I don't know what the heck is going on, right? I don't know what the heck is going on. So, hey, by the way, I forgot, drink check. What are we all drinking? Sweet Baby Jesus.
Oh, that's a tasty beer. Sweet Baby Jesus.
Chocolate peanut butter porter.
It's good.
Heaven, this is what heaven tastes like.
I'm going Belgium tonight. So yes. Stella.
Great
Stella
beer.
is a tasty beer. If you guys have never had this, it's delicious.
I thought you only had Old Milwaukee or Pabst or something. Did you get that for your name?
I drink that just to get me going. Then I drink this for the real stuff, man. This stuff's great. I got turned on this a couple of years ago by and you guys might follow him, Happy Jack.
Yeah,
out of New England, and he turned me on to this, and I was like, oh wow, I love this stuff.
Jack, how about you? You got your usual?
Yeah, today I do. I drank a six pack of this already for the game. Especially at the end of the Steeler game. If everybody was watching, you'll know that they tried their very hardest to lose it. So, but luckily the other team has a really bad kicker. At least
hey, there's only room for numbers on the scorecard, not words, right? So it doesn't matter how they won. So
that's right.
Well, I am drinking Corona. I really wanted to drink Coors Light, but we had a little pre-show conversation. I felt peer pressured, so I made the choice.
You did. You upped your game a little bit. I'm proud of you.
It's for you guys. I care about
it. Did you put a lime in it?
No, orange.
An orange. Okay.
Oranges. Yep, oranges for sure. All right. And Brian, before we go with this question, which is to you, and it's about the $1 Million Bogan video. One of the things that got me when I watched this video was I think the importance of it. I think your ability to talk about what people may be missing in him no longer having a channel. And that's what kind of got me to go, wow, this is incredible. It's not because it has 36,000 views, but it was really more about, the why. So just let me ask, your video about $1 Million Bogan. If you don't know him, he is a YouTube, and I'll let you talk a little bit about it, Brian. He's incredible, and just kind of questioning what inspired you to do that video. Why did you do it, and how's it really impacted your channel?
Well, first off, thank you. I found Bogan to be funny. One of the things that upset me, quite honestly, was when Harley Davidson, in my understanding, censored Bogan, that everyone reacted to Harley Davidson, and not to swat at the bee's nest, I suppose, but the brand of motorcycle that you ride to me doesn't matter. And his message for mental health really resonates with me. As I said in my video, I suffer from depression and anxiety. And I was very upset that we lost someone who, the numbers that I've heard, raised like $100,000 for men's mental health. And he really was an advocate. And that was just my response to what I thought the true message was. And that was a one take video that I probably wanted to take down at least 5 times after I put it up. In the initial, once I started getting feedback from people saying, hey, I lost a friend to suicide, I lost a friend to alcoholism, whatever, I realized that I hit a message. And to me, it's very personal. There's certainly a real vulnerability to being honest on YouTube. The negative comments were deleted, but some of them were pretty brutal. But I felt that his mission is important. And sometimes we need to look beyond the low-hanging fruit of brand loyalty and really address the larger issue of mental health. And I'm really taken back by the messages. The views are one thing. I'm not monetized. It doesn't really matter. But hearing the comments that I've gotten, I've pinned a couple of them where, people had lost a family member to suicide and things like that. And it's really nice to see that one person can have a voice, but I was inspired to do it because to me, it was a call of action. It was an opportunity to speak out to something that I was passionate about. And if it landed flat, that was fine. But seeing that it took off, there's a comment in there that somebody wrote that they were in a laundromat watching my video and they were bawling their eyes out. And it's kind of weird to think that you can have that kind of connection with someone with YouTube. And I'm really happy that this has become therapeutic for me, because in reading those comments, and I've tried to reply to every one of them, I think my right hand may have given out at some point replying, but I think that there's a genuine connection to the message. And I'm really very grateful it was received in the context it was. It was a message that's very hard for me to speak about. My wife that's in the side chat backpack will tell you that's not a message that most people have heard from me, let alone put it out in public. So it was just, I don't know, maybe we've had friends in ours that walked out on jobs. That was sort of the moment. I'm going to post this and see what happens. And I don't know.
Hey, it's we joke a lot and we have fun, but at the end of the day, there's some serious shit going on, right, that people are dealing with, and we never know what somebody else is dealing with. I think we've talked about that before, and it's hard to be vulnerable. I sent a text to both these guys when I did the video, which is not anywhere close to the seriousness of what you talked about my wife getting hurt, and I could hear my voice wavering a little bit, right? So
that's what made that video so genuine.
Yeah, I kind of sent a text to these guys. I say, I'm posting a video in 10 minutes. Don't laugh at me, right? So, but they did. So,
dude, I'm glad you. When I watched that, you were very sincere. I thought you and with anything in YouTube, you have to be real. And we've talked about that so many times on this live stream. Is just be yourself. Yeah, and you were, and I thought that was really cool that you took the time and it came from your heart. And, even if it, like you said, it's regardless if you got 1 million views or 1,000 views or whatever you did, it came from your heart. And that's what's important. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, a lot of stuff that goes on. Right. That right
there is worth the risk.
Yeah. That's critical stuff. So, all right. Now, and by the way, that talking from the heart and talking real came, I learned that from the guy down there with the 7 screens and the bobblehead, right? He's the guy that taught me that when I got started, and best advice you can get if you have a channel, right? So
HDR's softy is what you're saying?
HDR's he is, man. He can be tough, but he gets it, right? So that's why he's the Godfather. Come on.
Very hard critic.
What's that, Jack?
I'm a very hard critic, I've been told.
All right. So have you ever held off posting a video that is controversial or may cause a big stir? is off limits. And Colin, when we get to you, you got to tell us why we're laughing.
I'll tell you why I'm laughing.
All right.
No, not really. I mean, like I said, that video was about as deep as I was going to go. The only thing I think would be off limits is things that would make my family uncomfortable. I mentioned, having a child with autism and things like that. And if I got pushed back, then it's a no-go. But my wife was very encouraging to sort of put that message out there. But I think that there's definitely a line, I don't want to, my family unit comes first before my YouTube channel. So that would be the only thing that would bother me as to put it. I'm also not big on brand bashing. I think that would be my only other off-limit topic.
Amen. Amen to that. Jack, how about you?
Crap, I was just getting text messages. Hey, just real quick, guys. No, listen, just real quick. People message me and say, hey, we're watching the show. We love you guys. Can you do this or can you do that? They want you to dance like a chicken, which I won't do. I'm not going to get into that.
I would yield.
Reality is that you text your wife saying, "Can you bring me another beer?"
Can I what? Can I what?
Did you text Miss HDR and say, "Bring me another beer"?
Show us the text.
So here.
Maybe we don't want to see it.
Can you read it? Hey guys, guess what? We're getting new phones. We're gonna get
no way.
Yeah.
You're getting rid of your iPhone too?
My iPhone 6, guys.
Are you going to a 7?
What do they always say? Yoko kiss my ass. That's what they say. Don't be ridiculous.
It's ARSE and this is HDR.
This is
HDR. She's like, get your own beer, I think is what that means.
If she does. No, listen, guys. So this dad just texted me and said, look, he has a 5-year-old son that watches us and loves the stuff, right? So I'm going to say hello. I'm going to give a shout out to Colton. Colton, hello, buddy. We're glad you're watching. I feel like
hi, Colton.
Do you guys ever see Romper Room when they go Romper Stomper? Hi, Colton. Hi, Billy. And you think they're talking to you, but hi, bud. I am talking to you. Good evening. So there you go. The guys are waving. Colin, wave to Colton.
Hey, Colton.
Hi, Colton.
Once I get to my answer, do me a favor, Colton, and mute it.
That changes everything that knows there's Colton online now.
Colin. Yeah, 5-year-olds. We got 5-year-olds watching this, guys. Look.
I need water now.
So by the time we're sitting at that nursing home doing our roundtable discussions together, and there's going to be these kids, they're going to be riders by then. So that's cool. Cool. Anyway, so you talk about a controversial, and it's funny, Bob, because it goes along with your video today. It was about politics. The whole thing about the Trump and the Hillary Clinton thing. And I did this big video and I thought, man, this is great. This is going to get a lot of hits. Everybody's going to love me because I got my views, and I got hate mail. People were unsubscribing left and right. They said, I would never watch you again because you're a political ass, just because I had my opinions. So I took it down. I mean, I got rid of the video. I deleted it from YouTube and never, ever would see the light of day again. So you got to be very careful on topics when you pick a name or pick a topic for people watching it and what they're expecting to see. That's another thing. If you post something like, preparing to, go to the bathroom, well, do a video in the bathroom because that's what you're saying you're doing. So be careful. That might not have been a good
that might not have been a good example,
but you get the drift, right? You guys get the drift, what I'm saying. So, but anyway, so how about this one? Oh man, I'm going to get ready to change a pair of handlebars, and then you show yourself riding it out of the Harley dealer, with the handlebars installed.
That's me.
Colin, how about you?
Well, first, I kind of agree with Jack. I mean, it's like there's certain things you try to stay away from on YouTube. I think, Bob, your video today that you did, your whole point was on your video is don't let politics come between friends, right? It's like don't let even between three of us, don't let something that's so polarizing and then even in the comments you had people that you had a couple people that already made some comments on there, and it's all about just being honest. I don't think that was a bad idea posting that, honestly. I think it's nothing wrong with just talking about, because your theme of that video was, the whole point was just freaking relax, everybody. You know, it's like we need to be civil to each other. So I thought that was cool that you did that. So I want to recognize you that, you know, for taking the time to put out that topic.
Thank you. And you know what, Colin, it's funny because, you know, you and I chatted a little bit about, you know, what made me start to do that video was really because there's a Facebook page with the neighborhood I live in. And this is the greatest town in the world, but people are taking shots all over about this building that had a big Trump sign on it, right? And regardless of my political beliefs, I'm like, I got to go check it out. So I took a picture underneath it, decided to do a video, and I know I sent it to Colin. I'm like, what do you think? Should I put this as a thumbnail? He's like, dude, don't do that. Don't do that, right?
Oh, wait.
But I really started, somebody made a comment like, hey, that's the best intro anywhere. As soon as I started off, I'm like, don't click off this. This isn't what it's about. And I would tell you, I'm surprised. I won't say surprised. I would tell you 95% of the comments or the people kind of got at least my message. There are a couple that tried to take advantage of that to throw out their view on one candidate or the other. So honestly, and if you're in here and you're one of those, I apologize. I did bring those down because that really wasn't the message that I was trying to get. So that's about as controversial as I'm going to get in this lifetime. So I didn't know how it would do. So far, I haven't, you know, a lot of people haven't flipped me off and said, you know, we're moving on, but it's early, so you never know.
Yeah. So Jack, you said earlier that Colton is 5.
Yes, Colton's
okay,
5.
and he's on now.
He is on now watching.
Colton, please mute. Do me a favor. So about a year ago, I had this wild. I'm very analytical as a person, so I analyze stuff. So I'm trying to think of the best way of saying this with being family friendly, Bob. Okay, so last week we had Bunny King Hogs on, and they're from England, and they have different words for different things. So one of the things we discussed was fanny. So fanny basically means the big V in America. Pussycat, stuff like that. So I did this video once, and I never posted it. And I want you guys to really think about this, because with being analytical, and I'm trying to put this the best way without saying it. How do I? God, I'm trying to think how to say this.
We talk 6 feet deep right now.
What's that?
The hole is like 6 feet deep, but I got a ladder, brother.
Well, so let's just put, the big V, the front butt, the pussycat, whatever, the fanny. So I went into this whole video and saying, why do we call and why do we refer as the big V as a sign of weakness when it's the most powerful thing ever? Think about it. You're a big fanny. Stop being such a effing fanny. Or think about this. So we call it's a sign of weakness whenever we use the slang pussyfoot or whatever you want to call it. Yet it's the strongest word, because honestly, that thing right there puts men on its knees. And I did a whole video on this, and I did not post it because the whole thing, I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do it. So that was my most controversial video that I ever decided. Because it's true. If you think about it, it's like there's any women in there, they know they're right. I'm right. You have the power, but yet it signifies weakness. And I don't get that.
Colin,
I would have pissed myself.
Normally during one of these, we are going like this. Yeah.
That means stop.
You wanted me to answer the question. That's why I did it. But if you think about it, why do we say that? You're the freaking biggest pussy ever. But yet it's the strongest thing ever.
That's
just
right.
My take.
So
my dad used to say that, Colin. No, don't pussyfoot around. What he was saying was, don't be slow and don't speed it up. Get on task. That's what
it doesn't make sense. How it does not jive.
In the spirit of time and those people that are flocking out of our live feed by the dozen, I'm gonna move on.
But I'm right.
You should have posted that video. Hey, Colin, send me that video.
I'm right.
Yeah. There's the shark. We jumped it.
I wrote these questions.
Hey, Brian, moving on. Hey, Brian, one of the things, and I've been following you for a while, and anytime you have a guest on, you want to do some research, right? and spent some time really looking at the video you had on Woodstock, right? And the thing that got me about that video was, I don't know if it was just the editing or the way you edited, not only you vlogging, but music to it. Too much music's bad, not enough can be boring. What's your take on that? I mean, do you have a method to your madness?
The one thing that I wanted to try on the trip, that's the first time that we've taken a really big motorcycle trip. I wanted to sort of bring some art feel to it, and I wanted to make it more of, if you aren't into motorcycles, you could watch it and enjoy it. For me, it was about the motorcycles, the vehicle, but the trip is about, exploring. So I wanted to mix it up and try and make my channel more about the adventure and the motorcycle, sort of the secondary actor, if you will. And we were using the gimbal with the GoPro and just sort of talking to the camera, which that's new to me. But I wanted to try and create a style that was more to allowing more people to bring them to the market, rather than people that look at it and say, oh, it's just a motorcycle video. I wanted to make it sort of a travel video as well, because I think that the times when I won't be able to film, whether it's snowing, we do other adventures, I'd like to be able to keep the YouTube channel going. So it's a different take on doing videos, but I really love that style and I'm struggling with it. My Niagara Falls video, I nailed it. My next video coming is that intro and that extra, the exit part of talking to the camera, and then having that chance to sort of film and share the experience. So to me, it was just something I wanted to try, and I really like the style of it. I like the feel of it. It takes the viewer through the experience rather than it just being me on my bike.
Helps tell a story, right?
Yes.
For sure. So when's that video come out for everybody, by the way?
So the Niagara Falls video posts Thursday night at 7 or 8. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I have to double check. But the video, the end of that video is worth watching the whole video for the last 10 minutes of that video. So it's good.
Awesome. Well, since everybody's going to go and look at your channel and they'll want to sub anyway and hit that bell icon that I still can't figure out how to make the little noise. I can't get that, but I hate to go backwards here, but I'm just seeing, people, Motorcycle Den, by the way, thank you. This is all related to Colin's Last Tyrant. Okay, maybe this should air after midnight. Let's see. Most importantly, this is the one you need to worry about, right? You get Mrs. HDR off your on you, man. You got a big problem. I don't know who that guy is, but all right. So
Jack, let me know how that conversation goes.
Hey, good thing I got those things where you're putting the floor in, those knee pads, because if it's going to put up knees, it might be
knee pads and fannies. All right.
Mrs. HDR will be telling Jackie needs a couple new buddies tonight. I'm telling you that.
Buddies? What are you talking about? That's
all right. This is for
Colin.
All right, this is for everybody. There are more and more live streams on YouTube, as well as creators that are actually premiering videos. Have you done that? And give us your thoughts on it.
I think the premiere for the Niagara Falls video is just for a little bit of fun. It's to bring my buddies out and have a side chat. That video is really over the top for what I normally film. So I'm not a big fan of the premiere because they just don't have the time for it. The live stream is something I would love to do. I'd like to do one-on-one interviews, but I haven't gotten to that point. But I think that the live streams are fun. Obviously, you guys have an audience for it. I definitely think there's value. You feel like you can participate with the side chat. I think it's a great way to introduce people to your channels.
Yeah. We do it just because people feel sorry for us. That's why they show up, and we appreciate all of them. So again, thank you in advance. So how about you, Jack?
I was just thinking that they're like you three guys and Mrs. HDR, I'm sure, as well as Mrs. BoDean and Mrs. Broncoride can attest to this. We three talk together so much that everybody feels that we need extra folks to talk to. So that's why we keep showing up. We appreciate you coming and being here, really. It broadens our horizons about fannies. Anyway, so we'll move on. The actual the premiering, I'm with Brian on that. I think the premiering is a nice idea, but I know what I would do. I would set a video up to premiere it Tuesday night at 8:00, and I would forget, right? So I would. I believe that's to be. But
this is interesting. I did not know this. Blacktop Devil, who by the way does fantastic live feeds, guys. Him and his wife got an incredible channel. I did not know this. Right?
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. That's pretty good. That's a good way to understand it.
How about you, Colin?
First, I mean, we were alluding to it earlier. I mean, with the folks in the side chat, guys, you make this go. I mean, you guys, the way you're interactive in the side chat is just so cool. I mean, we've talked about it off the live streams when we're texting, and how appreciative that we have all you guys and the way you guys talk, and just watching it like go up and down and seeing you guys cut up with each other. I just want to take a minute and thank you guys. You know, if we don't do it enough, I appreciate you guys always being in the side chat. So to answer the question, I've never done a premiere. I've never done one. I've thought about it. I guess it wouldn't hurt to try one once in a while. I mean, we all respond to all of our comments. So like, pretty quickly within 24 hours. So, I mean, I guess, it wouldn't hurt doing one, but I've never tried it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And Colin, you're right. We respond to comments quickly. Those that I did not respond to this week on that one video, my apologies. I think I got everybody, but it's been a crazy week here. But I think, Colin, you hit it right on the head. I have not done a premiere and thought maybe I would just try it just from an interaction perspective. I don't know if people like it or not. So, hey, why don't you try it and see how it works?
So I'm going to be the guinea pig.
Basically.
Okay, that's good to know.
All right. One more question, then we'll move into some rapid fire. And the rapid fire are good ones, by the way. So, Brian,
wrote them.
Because I wrote them. You know what? By the way, Brian, I really appreciate it. So I sent the questions to. We do send the questions to each other, of course, other than Jack, as you know. I sent them to Brian, and he's like, "These are great and well thought out." And I'm like, "I'm so full of crap."
No, they're not.
I wrote these down.
No, but I will honestly say I appreciated whatever you want to call the exposure that I've gotten from that video. It's always nice to know that I'm not being set up, and I don't expect that from you guys. But at the same point, when you put yourself out there, you could have gone Barbara Walters on me, try to make me cry or something.
Hey, you know what, dude? We do this, and we have people that have, tens, 20,000 subs, and we have people that have been 80 subs on. It's really about the people and how they carry themselves and their channel and all that stuff. So it's never about that. I think Jack's always been the guy that said, let's help promote people as we're doing this, right? And that's what we try to do.
And I'm really, really grateful for that. Thank you.
So why do you do this? Why do you got a channel?
Well, that's a good question. I originally started doing video work because that's what I do in my full-time job. I was thrown into a video creation role. So to learn Premiere and to learn other effects, I started doing YouTube. I figured if I was going to have to be forced to learn and edit, I might as well edit something fun. So I updated my GoPros. I went out, started making motorcycle videos, and I found that I really enjoyed it. And I would make the argument that if you can get clean audio on a moving motorcycle, miking an exec with a lapel is just the easiest thing in the world. So I like the challenge that videotaping my riding presents. And I really like now being able to share it with people. It's a really great way to show what riding's all about for me, because everybody sort of has a different thing.
Got it.
As far as channel goals, we've opened up Pandora's box with the Bogan video. I am putting out what I hope to be a consistent Monday video for mental health. This Monday, I shared my own story and how that mental health story parallels with me riding a motorcycle. I found it to be very therapeutic. It's a very different style for me to shoot. And my goal is to keep that conversation going. I would love, if we're going to go for pie in the sky dreams, is to be able to align myself with an organization that would help me work towards that. You know, whether I could represent them or to do things to keep that in the limelight, because based on what I'm seeing, this now has given me a mission. You know, I won't lie. Before I was kind of like, oh, you know, it's fun, but now I feel like I have a direction.
Yeah, that is awesome, man. Thank you for sharing that. By the way, both the Bogan video and the video on Woodstock those links are in the description to this live feed, so people can go there quick. You know, it's interesting. We are seeing a lot of people that are just saying, you know, no, don't necessarily like the live the premieres as much. I won't show this one, but
yeah.
Premiere the fanny video.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think that would be a good idea. That would be a great first video.
That was 2018 too. I don't even know if I still have it on if I have it saved.
You gotta look now, dude.
So. I gotta find that and send it to you guys, because
fanny
and I didn't just talk about fannies too. I went
into on the edge,
all the reproductive parts.
All right. You know what? You always learn if you're moderating something, and if something is a section you shouldn't talk about, don't bring it back up, because you'll go there again.
How would you?
That one's on me, right?
How would you title that video? Get naked and watch. Because then you can like look at your body parts and make sure color.
Now you understand why I didn't post it.
Hey, Jack. We were focused on Colin be out of line. Now you're jumping in. What are you doing?
I'm trying to help him get this video aligned properly, get it named right.
All right, you guys ready for some rapid fire?
Yep.
You bet, buddy.
All right, Ryan, you're up. Carry a first aid kit on your. Hey, by the way, do you see how I learned that? You guys see that? Did you carry a first aid kit on your motorbike? That was from last week, right?
I do, but after seeing my lovely wife backpack take a yellow jacket to the arm at 60 miles an hour, we were not prepared. So that looked real red. It was, yeah. She thought that the link braking worked really well, because that bike went from about 60 to 0 in about 3 seconds, probably less than that. And no, but that brings up a very valid point. I never realized how vulnerable you are on a bike. And I know that sounds stupid, but you don't think about those kind of things. I think about wrecking. I don't think about, taking a yellow jacket or something like that. Yeah. So that is in our to-do list, as well as you brought up last week about medical contacts. I thought that was a really great tip. And who was that tip from? I don't remember. It was Tennessee Ride.
It may have been, yeah. Tennessee Wingman, maybe.
Yeah, but I thought that was a really great tip. So. Yes, no, maybe so. I have to work on building a bigger one.
Jack, how about you?
Only when Mrs. HDR is with me, she has her purse, because she keeps like bandages and stuff in there. But that's why I said that, Brian. I preach this: all the gear, all the time.
Yes,
stay fully covered, and if something hits your arm, you're good. So. Well,
that cost me like $200 in a Harley dealership afterwards, but.
Well, hey,
I'll probably be sleeping on the couch for that comment, but it is a nice jacket.
Hey, Jack, I got to ask the question.
What?
So you don't have a first aid kit, but when Mrs. HDR gets on with you, she brings bandages? I mean, is there something more to that?
Yeah, because if I use that link braking and stop, and she flies up over top of me and crashes into the tree, throw a Band-Aid to fix her head.
All right, I'm sorry, I'm not helping us be rapid. Colin, how about you, man?
Jack, do you carry the bandages in your fanny pack?
I do.
Just saying.
Hey, you know what? If I could get to it quick, I got a video of Jack with a fanny pack on at a motorcycle show, but I am not going to show it.
Try to show it. You haven't shown it. It's a good fanny pack.
I do.
Oh my God!
But you have your hands on your side, on your hips, and you're like sticking your
hours
out of it. So.
Okay,
to the hotel. I was just saying.
Oh, we got issues. We got a lot of issues, guys.
We have major issues, man. Okay, so to answer your question, absolutely I do. It was pretty cool that, not cool to a sense, but we had, when we were in West Virginia a couple years back, and Jack and Bob were there, we had a rider go down. And there was about 10 or 11 of us on this when we went riding, and it was cool that almost 6 people pulled out first aid kits, and we all were able to help them out with different bandages and stuff. It was just road rash, but that was really cool that everybody. I would highly recommend. I mean, they're cheap on Amazon, and they fit in the saddlebag, and they're pretty small to have it just in case. So absolutely, I have one.
Yeah, last time I think we talked about this, I did the same thing, Colin. I went on Amazon, just ordered 2 of them, one for each bike.
Yeah,
I should probably look at it every now and then and make sure it's got everything on it I really need. But I thought I did that when I ordered it, so good idea. All right, what device do you watch YouTube on mostly?
My iPhone.
iPhone. Jack?
TV in the living room.
Colin?
Phone. I don't watch it. I think, Jack, you brought this up on your video today about like watch, and I know Bob, you do it too. You watch. I think you guys watch a lot on the TV, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Comment on my phone.
Yeah, I mean, I always use my phone. I think I've watched it on TV one time.
You gotta watch me on the big screen. It's a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When I'm always in a hurry, I guess it's like I pop it on the phone. But I could, I should watch it on the TV more, definitely. But I agree with you can't comment when you watch it on TV. I mean, you could, but you got to take.
Well, and that's why what I do is I keep my phone beside me. I find a video, and then I just type the comment as I'm watching.
So technically, you're watching it on 2 things, so you're getting 2 views for that person.
Well, right. I'm giving 2 views for every person because I'm a real.
Aren't you a nice guy?
Wow. You could watch HDR in HDR. That would be kind of fun.
There you go.
That was a good one.
You know what? I'm the same way. I watch it on the TV like Jack and comment on my phone. But I'll also watch it on, I got an iPad, so I'll watch it on my iPad a lot. But I think it's a big deal that, creators, as they're getting their channels going, need to know what people that watch on your channel, and you can find that in analytics, watch on what device, right? Yeah. And I think, Colin, you hit it. I think normally mine's probably 57, 58% watch on their phones. So how you do a thumbnail and all that other stuff matters, right? So.
Hey, I just want people real quick, throw it in the chat if you're watching this live stream on your TV right now. I'm just curious. Thanks.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. No doubt. No doubt. We're much better looking though in small, Jack. So I'm not sure that's the right thing, but I'm with you.
Yeah, a lot of people on here, Bob. I mean, we've got a mixture here. We got people like phone, TV, phone, laptop, desktop, iPhone, iPad, TV, PC, TV.
They're all over, right?
So they're all over the place. So it's a mix with everybody, and that's cool. I mean, we've got all these different platforms where we could watch it, and
Yeah.
Is my audio coming through okay?
What?
Huh?
Yeah, somebody said, what did HDR say? So let me tell you again. If you're watching the live stream right now on the TV set, put it in the chat. Thank you.
Is he talking? He must be on mute. I don't know. Hey, Jack.
Fanny. Hey,
Jack.
I heard that.
Jack, I think it's just when you lean back in your chair is all. When you're sitting up, it's fine, man. I'll get aside. So.
Oh, wait, here. How's that?
Perfect.
Perfect. All right.
We're at the end of the show, but perfect. Okay. Wallet or money clip?
Wallet all the way.
Jack, I know what yours is.
Wallet or money clip? Mine's a wallet.
What are we, the freaking mafia? Freaking whoa, money clip.
He is the Godfather.
Oh God, no, man. Wallet.
Look, guys. So in college, I played golf. And the first thing they do is they adjust your back all the time, right? And they show you a X-ray of what your back looks like when you have a wallet in it and when you don't. And if you ever get one of those, you'll never wear. I haven't had a wallet in my back pocket since I was in school because it's really not good for you. So
now I know some of us are Seinfeld fans. So you remember the big George Costanza wallet? I mean, it doesn't look like that. I mean, it's just like a normal wallet. I don't know. I've never worn a money clip.
Or your wallet in your front pocket. If I go to a wallet sometimes, but if I do it, I'll put it in my front pocket. So doesn't say it's the right way to do it. It's just how I do it. So
wallet, are you happy to see me? I'm sorry.
That's kind of fanny-ish.
Yes, it is.
Ever used a dealer for winter storage?
Hell no. That's for quitters.
Oh, controversial.
Rolling down, buddy.
Oh, there goes my subs.
There.
If you ride an Ultra, you should be,
your channel are now gone.
if you ride an Ultra, you should be riding all year round. That's it.
Yeah, that's right. Jack, I know the answer for you.
Wait. Where does Brian live? In Georgia? Florida?
I live in New Jersey.
You live in Jersey?
Yeah.
He's a Jersey boy.
Oh, I think you probably hung out with some of them Jersey boys. Somebody's dog is barking.
That's mine. Hold on, I'm gonna mute.
Jack,
Mute
dealer
your
or
dog.
not?
No, I never have. And the same reason, really. I mean, if it's a nice day, I want to ride, and the dealer gets mad when you go and go, "Can you get my bike out? Can you get my bike out?" And they get upset over that.
Yeah. Colin?
I have to unmute because my dogs are back barking in the background.
Just let him outside. Takes the deer.
No, I have not used the dealer for winter storage.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No way. I'm not going to let somebody else have my bike for multiple months. That seems crazy to me. I don't know what they're
touching it.
That's silly talk.
Exactly. All right. Biggest purchase. Oh, wait. Is Mrs. HDR, Brian, your wife, and Lori on? Because I know my wife's not on. That's why I'm asking the question. But
she's out of the house, so I could speak freely.
Brian, biggest purchase you ever made without telling your spouse?
I can honestly say I haven't. I bought her a car, but she knew it was coming. She just didn't know exactly the features of it. But no, I don't think I ever really have. But she's listening, so maybe I'll buy a Road Glide tonight online.
There you go.
It's a really good bike. You'll be happy.
I mean, if that's what gets me to 1,000 subs, it's what I need to do to grow.
That's right. The tax write-off, right? How about you, Jack?
I'm trying to think. The biggest purchase I ever made without telling the spouse. Yeah. When I was doing a lot of photography and weddings and stuff, I mean, I would, buy a new camera, a new lens or something. She never had a clue what they cost. Of course, on the flip side of that with my spouse, I don't know how much her shoes cost. And she claims she has shoes and boxes that she's never even worn yet. So.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Anonymous Bike because I don't know if you can highlight that. Biggest purchase was a mail order bride.
Anonymous for the win.
Hey, and you know what? It's always great when he's laughing at his own self. That's funny.
I wonder if he keeps her in the garage.
Oh, that was good, dude. I don't know why that made me laugh. Well, I mean, probably she didn't know that she originally when I bought my bike, we had this deal where if she got a pull, I could get a bike. Well, I didn't tell her I was actually going out and buying one, so I called her and just said, "Hey, I just bought a Fat Bob. I'm bringing it home." So I kind of told her that, and she was cool about it. She's like, "Yeah, that's cool. Were you going to tell me?" And I said, "Well, I've already signed all the paperwork."
She probably thought that was a mail with her husband. Like, "Hey, baby, I bought you a Fat Bob. He's fat and his name is Bob."
Did she come with a fanny pack? Is what the question is.
That was cool.
Your family put me on my knees, but Bob, you'll be
so.
there.
Colin, a motorcycle.
Yeah, it was actually that or her ring.
Oh, that makes sense. I
pivot on that one.
I have relocated for work 5 or 6 times, so I may or may not have bought a house without telling my wife.
Yeah, that's not smart.
But fortunately, she liked it. It cost me $50 because when I called my realtor buddy and I said, "You don't tell her we bought this. We walked through it. When she says we like it, we're talking about the lie, right?" And he says, "Sure, Bob." So I bought a house without my wife knowing about it. And when we bought this one, there was no way that was going to happen. So, all right, Brian, believe in New Year's resolutions?
No, I'm not a fan. I think if you're going to do something, do it. You shouldn't wait for New Year's.
There you go. Jack?
I do not.
Only if they work. If they work, I believe in them.
So have you made one that worked?
No.
Will you run for office? Yes or no?
No. I don't believe them.
No. All right, let's get personal. Brush your teeth and shave, then you shower. This tells about your character.
Why does it tell about a character if you brush your teeth or shave in the shower?
No, then shower. It's before, not in the shower.
Well,
That's a little, yeah. I know.
wait for my answer.
I did shave in the shower before, right? So my legs, but don't judge me. Brian, how about you, man?
I'm gonna say after as a rule.
You brush your teeth and shave after you shower?
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you?
That final coating, it's that final crimping.
Jack?
I really should get these questions.
What
What
did you say?
Hey, dude, every time I have a show, since you don't want the questions, I'm going to add one that's going to make you shake your head.
Actually, I mean, this is very simple because I know what I do every day, right? So I brush my teeth first, drink some coffee, then go back and take a shower, then you shave. So, see, they're really split up on you. Huh?
Wow.
I do everything in the shower. I brush my teeth, I shave, I do everything. I'm efficient.
Take your morning pee.
That too.
You know what? After years of friendship, I don't even know that I feel like I don't even know you guys.
What is wrong with shave? What is wrong
What
with
the hell is wrong with you?
shaving in the shower?
You brush your teeth, then you shave, then you get in the shower.
No, you don't even need shaving cream in the shower. You just let the water flow on your face and you shave it. It's an instant
You gotta remember too. You gotta remember now. Colin's like 30 years old. He's still got that baby face. You don't have
that's
hair
true.
here.
That's true.
But then you need a mirror.
All right. So I don't know if you have these, but if you could find the people that call your cell phone constantly about extending your car warranties, would you punch them?
Punch them, no. Introduce them to my Glock, yes.
dude. Right on.
Exactly.
You're like one of the sons of Brian. Holy shit!
Hey, there's a
He's
reason.
the Brian.
You're killing people. Who do we have on this show anymore, guys? Did you not interview him first?
The background check came back okay. I don't know what the hell happened.
Oh my god!
What happens in Jersey, you don't talk about in Jersey.
Yeah, I think I would. I'd punch him.
Listen to Belle, the nicest woman in the world, right?
Belle,
Violent punch.
She's
Holy
pro punching
crap.
people.
She clearly rides a Harley.
Colin, you?
Absolutely, I would destroy him. I mean, they're annoying as hell. They really are.
Yeah.
And you get them all the time, man.
It's
Not just about the car warranties.
Yeah.
You know what? My favorite is when I win those cruises. You guys get those all the time?
Yes.
Where you win the cruises and you win your 7-night stay in Hawaii and all that stuff. I'm like, wow, I'm the luckiest guy in the world.
Congratulations, Colin. When they call you, though, do they say, "Oh, Broncoride, you have won"? Because everybody's
exactly what they
No,
say.
they call him Mr. Ride.
Yeah.
Mr. Ride, you've won.
Yeah. You know what? I've been thinking about, punching them. That's why I put this question. But I think a little Glock 19. I'm with you, Brian. I think we should introduce them to firearms.
Oh, they're annoying as hell.
Oh, it's unbelievable, right?
If you don't
All right,
rock out,
guys.
rock out, you're not living.
If your child called you, if they had too much to drink, instead of driving, would they call you, knowing that when they get home, they are going to get, or next time you see them, they are going to get parented?
I would say absolutely, because that supersedes being safety supersedes the talk. You can have the talk later. I can't have the talk if you're not alive. So,
but would that stop them from doing it because they were worried about the talk, or would they call you?
I don't know. That's a good question. Now you got me thinking.
All right.
I would
Jack,
hope they wouldn't do it.
while Brian's thinking, what about you, Jack?
Well, mine actually, it's kind of interesting that myself and Mrs. Azure was out one night. And we actually called one of our kids because we drank too much and had one pick us up. So it's kind of reversed. All my kids are grown. They're all adults now. So, why is that so funny? You guys never got tanked. I guess you get tanked up and drive home, probably on your motorcycle, right?
Anonymous Biker doesn't have a problem because he's with them when they're drinking.
There you go. That's right. That's right.
I like that.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I just told my kids tonight, if you have a field party, you better be calling us. So.
Yeah. Brian, by the way, just to clarify your answer, there it is. That would be
There you go.
That would be your bride, so you're good. How about you, Colin?
I kind of like Anonymous Biker's answer there. I mean, I'd actually probably knowing me, I'd probably end up drinking with them. But absolutely, I think you raise them right where they would call you, and I don't think they'd get parenting. I mean, I look back at when I was younger, and if I did that, I'd feel comfortable to, hey, listen, I'd probably call my friends first, but if my parents would bail me out if I, did something stupid,
I would tell you, my father, even when I was young and too young to drive, he used to always say, if you get in trouble and do something really stupid, you are going to get out of the parenting talk if it's something that really would have hurt you, right? So I've always said that. I always said that to my children as well. All right, guys, two big ones.
My dog, sorry.
Should Colin get rid of his dogs? No.
Yes.
Number 10. Because some people have asked me about this. Have you registered for affiliate marketing with Amazon? Brian, am I throwing you for a loop because you didn't get this question? So viewers can find products you use. People ask us all the time, what bars do you have? What kind of gloves do you have? What do you use?
I tried that once. I think I got denied, if I remember correctly.
Well,
Denied.
I'm not.
Wish I had that big stamp where I could just go denied.
I'm just not a big deal.
Yeah. Jack, how about you?
I did that years ago with my my other channel, 42 Techno Man, my photography channel, and a lot of that stuff was, because I was a professional photographer, so people would ask me, and I taught photography online, what kind of lens do you have, like you said, with bars and that. So I figure I might as well kind of capitalize off of that. But Amazon doesn't do real good, guys. If you're looking for money out there, it's not a good route to go.
So to answer your question, yes, I have done it, but the problem is I've only posted like one video with a link on it. So I probably need to do better. So yeah, I mean, I did it. I mean, but again, at the end of the day, I mean, this is about, for me, it's not about money. It's about just meeting people and doing this YouTube thing to have a great community. So I mean, but hey, they do it, so I tried it. I need to do better on it. I mean, because I know a lot of people use it, and if I'm not mistaken, it doesn't cost anybody any extra, right?
Correct.
So same price as if you were to go on Amazon directly. It's just helping out a fellow creator. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Well, what else it does too, if you do say, like Colin, if you say like I got this new GoPro 9, you can actually go and make a product button for GoPro 9.
Yeah.
In your video, when they buy it, you get, you'll get like $3 or $4 from everybody that buys.
Yeah, Jack, you're right on. I actually do this. I've made like $18, so you don't do it for money, and that's not why we do this, right? And Jack, you kind of taught me this too. I think it was when I didn't put a link to a video I talked about. You're like, dude, you got to put it in the description, right? Yeah. So I put in everything I use, and I have an Amazon link to it, right? So if anybody wants to, I have a lot of comments about gloves or the mirrors. The mirrors I have on my bike, I would be rich if Harley should sponsor me because I've sold 100 of those, right? But you can go to and counsel. You don't have to put it on every video. Just put it in the description of your channel.
Are you trying to promote yourself right now?
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
He didn't mention the glove brand though.
So well, that'll be on a future video. So
hey, there's one more thing about
now that Colin ruined my kids' college fund by mentioning that.
Even you're out of college, dude.
There's one more thing you got to worry, or you got to think about that too, because people did this with me. Is say you have a bunch of stuff in your shopping cart, and then you go over, Bob, and I click your link, and I go over to Amazon and I check out. You don't get anything that I put in that shopping cart before I clicked your link. So,
and that's not why I do it, but you're right.
But
hey, Bob, Ed's biker stuff asked, and I'm honestly not the answer to this. He said, "Do you have to have a lot of followers first to apply for it?"
No, you do not.
I don't know. Colin, there's a strange woman behind you.
Yeah, it's just my wife
on your head and stuff.
I don't know what the hell she's doing. So
she's got.
She's like, "What are you doing here?"
I think she's mad about the dog comment. I don't know.
She wasn't listening.
All right.
Home. What did you say about my dog?
I said I loved your dogs. They're beautiful.
He said you should get rid of them. Put a muzzle on them.
All right. So this is a great one while we have Mrs. Broncoride there. Should we invite our wives back to the show? Brian, you talked about you and your bride just saw our video for the first time.
No.
And we need more poof. That's what we need out of that. And if Colin could with his wife the entire time while they're talking, it'd be great. Absolutely. I thought that show was fantastic.
The question is, should we bring our wives back for a Thanksgiving show?
Oh, I don't know, but I saw in the comments, and one of the things that they're saying they want us back.
They do.
How many of these have you had?
I've only had a couple.
He has peed 4 times during the show.
Oh.
Go.
Take that full screen off.
By the way, the trash can that she just put all those beers in sounded like it had a lot of other ones in there. I don't know. So
There's just a couple.
It was just a 12-pack.
Jack, how about you?
Yes, we should. Absolutely. I think it was a great show. We had a good time. And I've been getting a lot of email and comments that said, you guys should just have a wives show without you guys on it. You guys should be watching it somewhere else.
I
just being in the comments. So that's another way to think about it. So,
but honestly, guys, that was probably one of my favorite shows we did.
Yeah,
I loved it. We had so much fun with the 3 of us because we were all weak. When the women start taking over, we're like, oh God, what do we get ourselves into? But it was fun.
We let's do that again. Let's make maybe the last one before Thanksgiving. That if you guys are good with that, I'd love to have
do that.
Yeah. So, hey guys, we're gonna wrap up, but before everybody goes away, Brian, thank you for popping on. You got any last comments?
No, I'm just very grateful for the support of the community. And the one thing that's helped me in my mission to sort of better myself is it's really great to have this community. There's so many people that are willing to help and so many people that are willing to just be there for you. It's great. And I love the motorcycle community.
Amen. Jack, any final comments, Godfather?
Yeah, you know what, Brian? Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for spreading the message for mental health. I was a paramedic for 10 years, and it's a shame what society does. What society does to people nowadays with mental health. We kind of push them aside. We don't really give them a whole lot of, there used to be whole entire hospitals based around mental health. They closed those because county budget cuts, and they did it here. Then they either push them into the prison system or into the hospital system. So it is sad. So I hope you have a good mission. I know there's a lot of people out there that would back it. And I see this one guy. He's Long Haul Paul. He actually quit his job and rides across the country doing what Adam Sandoval does, but he does it for MS. So
wow!
Do the same thing. You and your wife pack up and hit the road. Do that for mental health and just raise awareness and raise money. I think it's great. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing a special message to our show. We haven't had that, and I do appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
It makes the whole thing have a whole another dimension other than me just talking to these 2 guys all night, which we do a lot. So thanks, everybody. We appreciate you.
And Brian, before I get into you, Jack, just to kind of jump off what you just said, I don't think you guys realize how much we appreciate everybody in the side chat and how much we appreciate the interaction. If we haven't said that enough, we surely do. I mean, the 3 of us talk and just hey, it's so cool that everybody just jumps in and has a good time, just talking among themselves and just looking at it right now, all these people that are in tonight. I can't thank you. And I know all the other 2 guys that are in here really, really appreciate you. So thank you. Brian, thank you so much, dude. Great guy. I mean, just watching your channel and, you seem like a really sincere guy. And I appreciate you taking the time tonight to be on. I wish you much success with your channel and join and welcome to the YouTube community. And I'm glad you joined us tonight. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. Yeah. And Brian, thanks, brother. We appreciate you. Appreciate the message that's out there. We take it as it is. And appreciate your wife letting us have you on tonight and sucking up an hour on a Sunday night. And if you haven't checked out Bry's channel, Bry the Biker, go do it. He's a good guy. We never tell you to sub anybody, but I'll tell you what, when you go see his videos, you will do that, no doubt. So Yeah. Hey, everybody, thanks tons. Jack, Colin, appreciate your friendship as always. Everybody have a great week. Be safe. Call a friend. Talk to you later.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Yeah.